2025 has emerged as one of the most violent years in recent history, with multiple wars reshaping the global security landscape. From the Russia-Ukraine conflict in Europe to the Iran-Israel confrontation in the Middle East, and from the India-Pakistan clashes in May to renewed fighting between Thailand and Cambodia in Southeast Asia, warfare has spread across continents. In this new era of combat, traditional weapons like tanks and heavy artillery have been eclipsed by drones and precision missiles. Unmanned aerial systems have become the decisive force on the battlefield, used for surveillance, targeted strikes, and mass destruction. From Eastern Europe to South Asia, drones have inflicted unprecedented damage and altered the course of conflicts. This report takes a closer look at the top 5 deadliest drones of 2025, ranked by their battlefield impact. At number 5 is China's Kai-Winglong 2, a medium-altitude, long-endurance combat drone, often described as Beijing's answer to the American MQ9 Reaper. In 2025, the Winglong 2 continued to play a quiet but significant role across multiple conflict zones. Saudi Arabia and the UAE used it in operations against Houthi forces in Yemen, while African nations increasingly turned to it for counterinsurgency missions. The Democratic Republic of Congo began negotiations to acquire the drone to combat M23 rebels after losing territory. Armed with guided bombs and missiles, the Winglong 2 offers affordable strike capability to nations unable to access Western drones. However, it remains vulnerable in contested airspace, limiting its effectiveness against advanced air defenses. At number 4 is Turkey's iconic Bayraktar TB2, a drone that once changed the face of modern warfare and refused to disappear in 2025. Though less dominant than in earlier years, the TB2 made a tactical comeback in Ukraine, particularly in the Black Sea region. Ukrainian forces used it to strike Russian fast attack boats and logistical assets, including a deadly September strike that killed 7 Russian troops. Beyond Ukraine, the TB2 remained active in Sudan, parts of Africa, and the Middle East. New upgrades, AI-assisted autonomy, and satellite communications helped it survive longer against electronic warfare. With exports spanning Europe, Africa, and Asia, the TB2 continues to prove the power of cost-effective precision. At number 3 is the MQ9 Reaper, the backbone of American drone warfare. In 2025, the Reaper played a critical role in U.S. operations across the Middle East, particularly against Houthi forces disrupting Red Sea shipping. Its strength lies in persistent surveillance, tracking targets for hours before launching precision strikes with Hellfire missiles. But its year also exposed its weaknesses. Houthis successfully shot down more than 20 Reapers using surface-to-air missiles, costing the U.S. over $700 million. Despite losses, the MQ9 remains unmatched in intelligence, surveillance, and reconnaissance, especially in asymmetric warfare. At number 2 is the Shahed 136, known in Russia as the Garan 2. The drone that turned the skies into a war of attrition. Cheap, long-range, and mass-produced, the Shahed became the backbone of Russia's drone campaign in 2025. Moscow launched massive swarms, sometimes hundreds in a single night, to overwhelm Ukrainian air defenses and strike power grids, cities, and military sites. Upgrades made the drone deadlier. Heavier warheads, AI guidance, satellite navigation, and stealth coatings for night attacks. While interception rates varied, the real impact came from volume, forcing defenders to spend expensive missiles on cheap drones. Variants were also used by Houthis and Iranian proxies across the Middle East. At number 1, the most deadly drone of 2025 is not a single model, but a category: Kamikaze FPV drones. Costing as little as $400 to $500, these first-person view suicide drones revolutionized warfare. Armed with explosives and guided by operators wearing VR headsets, FPVs destroyed tanks, artillery, bunkers, and infantry with pinpoint accuracy. In Ukraine, FPV drones accounted for up to 80% of battlefield casualties. Small units used them to destroy million-dollar assets, completely reshaping military tactics. Traditional artillery took a back seat as drone swarms dominated the front lines. The true power of FPV drones was revealed in Operation Spiderweb. On June 1, 2025, Ukraine's security service launched a covert drone strike deep inside Russia, using OSA Wasp quadcopters hidden inside trucks. From Russian territory, 117 drones attacked 5 major air bases across 5 time zones. Around 20 Russian military aircraft were hit, with at least 10 destroyed. The strike reached as far as eastern Siberia, over 4,300 kilometers from Ukraine, making it the deepest drone attack of the war. Operation Spiderweb proved one thing beyond doubt: cheap drones can cripple strategic air power, bypass borders, and redefine modern warfare. In 2025, drones didn't just support wars, they shaped them. From mass-produced kamikaze drones to long-range strike systems, unmanned warfare has rewritten the rules of combat. And as Operation Spiderweb showed the world, the deadliest weapons of the future may not be the biggest, but the smartest, cheapest, and hardest to stop.
Subscribe to One India and never miss an update. Download the One India app now.